So figuring out what the Amazon Influencer Program wants for getting your first 3 videos approved can be mentally draining to the point where you feel like quitting before even getting started. But it doesn't have to be that way. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the 5 simple steps that anyone can use to get their first videos approved. And on top of that, I'm going to give you a real example from one of the many Amazon influencers who I've helped get their first 3 videos approved on their first try following the same exact steps. The problem was I'd always get people messaging me to go and review their storefront, review their 3 videos, find out why they were declined. So then I'd go onto their storefront, I'd open up their 3 videos, and one of the videos I'd see is them reviewing some sort of water bottle or phone case. Now, it's not impossible to get approved by reviewing these products, but there's no need to make it harder for yourself. Amazon wants us as influencers to show parts or features of a product that you wouldn't be able to see from just the pictures on the product listing. They want us to be using those features. So make your life easier by finding products that give you the opportunity to showcase features. For example, a vacuum can have different settings, it can have different nozzles for you to use, whereas a water bottle doesn't really give you that opportunity. Usually when a customer is looking at a phone case or a water bottle online, they pretty much get everything they need straight from the product pictures or product description. So it's important that you start by finding products in your home that have multiple features. This way you can explain them and showcase them to the customer in use. So then I tell the influencers I'm working with to find those multi-featured products. They go out in their home, they find the products, and they make their video, and they still get rejected. So even though they had found a product that met the criteria of multiple features, they still failed because they seemed unprepared for making that review. They were stumbling over their words or taking too long to explain a simple feature. That's why it is important that you write yourself a script, or at the very least some bullet points about what you want to talk about in that video. But just remember, the video doesn't have to be too long. A sweet spot is typically about 30 seconds to a minute and 30 seconds, but just make sure to avoid potential trigger words that can get your video declined immediately. Things like saying the word safe, or something can make you healthier, saying the price, having call to actions. And interestingly enough, sometimes I've even found that saying your personal name at the start of the intro can get you declined for personal information. But then you need to make sure that you don't neglect this issue here, because this has single-handedly taken influencers and videos from being declined to being approved. Most of the time, the problem is even though we have our script or our bullet points ready to go, we're still trying to multitask. So by trying to multitask, we put ourselves in a situation where we do a poor job of actually explaining the feature while also showing it. And again, one of the main reasons for our influencer videos is to help guide the customer by showing them the product in use. So what I recommend new influencers to do instead of trying to multitask is I recommend for them to record their video demonstration and their voiceover separately. So I had them record a voiceover of their script, and any specific features that they mentioned in that script, they would then go back and record a separate video of them utilizing that feature or that feature in action. This is also known as B-roll, as many of you may know. So for example, if they're making a video on a vacuum and in their script they're talking about the vacuum being able to go over wood floors and rugs, then they'd record the vacuum going over both of those surfaces. This way they can edit those 2 B-roll shots over that part of the voiceover. Just remember to not show any personal information like credit cards or barcodes or mailing addresses, even license plates if you're filming outside. But anyways, once you have your B-roll shots and your voiceover, it's time to edit them together. I promise it is very, very easy. I personally do this in Premiere Pro, but you could definitely do it on CapCut's free version. All you have to do is drag your B-roll clips over your voiceover audio. Make sure they match up properly, so as you start talking about the vacuum going over a hardwood floor, your video is also showing that in action. And as simple as that change was, as I continued to work with new influencers, I found a new common trend that seemed to be getting more influencers approved. Because after following those first 3 steps, a lot of the influencers I was helping, they had good videos, but the problem was they were nowhere to be seen in their videos. You have to remember, Amazon sees us as influencers. They expect us to be comfortable on camera. And I don't mean comfortable in the sense that we don't stumble our words like I mentioned in step 2. I mean in the sense that we don't mind appearing in the video, we don't mind appearing on camera. Now, you don't need to be in every clip. The focus should always be on the product that you are reviewing. Every single shot should have the product in frame. So instead, what I encourage them to do and you to do is to only appear in the introduction of your video. But even though you're going to be on screen, you need to make sure that you're either sitting with the product or standing with the product clearly in frame. This way, to Amazon, we appear more like influencers, so make sure you come out in your first 3 videos intros. So now the video is done, all 4 steps have been followed, but you're not done yet. This step here is very crucial because while helping get influencers approved, I noticed one strange thing that Amazon seems to do. I found that usually Amazon doesn't even watch all 3 videos. So the way you package them and upload them is very important. By packaging, I mean the thumbnail. Make sure you have a clear thumbnail. Make sure the product is in frame. Make sure it is well lit. And if you'd like, you could even be holding the product or standing with the product, sitting with the product in the thumbnail. For these first 3 thumbnails, I do recommend that you apply a little bit of editing to them. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Add a little bit of exposure, a little bit of vibrance, and this will make the thumbnail pop. Now, when it comes to the way you upload, the order is very important. You want to make sure that you upload from your worst video to your best video. This way, when Amazon goes to your storefront or your creator hub, the first video in line is going to be your best video. And hopefully, because it's their best video, they won't feel the need to continue to watch the other 2 and you'll be granted approval. And if that seems like too much work, but you still want the best chance at approval, you can pay me to personally guide you through each step, as well as edit your videos and thumbnails by using the link in the description below. So by taking all 5 steps into consideration, this is one of the videos that the Amazon influencer I was helping used to get approved on their first try.
This is a quick review on the Eufy Boost IQ vacuum. My family has had this vacuum for about a year now and it's worked really well for us. It has the ability to vacuum on its own and can also be programmed. Not only can it go over hardwood floors, tile floors, but also rugs. When it's cleaning, it sucks up hair, dirt, and even dog food. It can run for about 2 hours without stopping. And when it is running low on battery, it can automatically return to its charging station where it will fully charge in just 3 to 4 hours. Overall, great product.
Now, if you want to make your life as an Amazon influencer easier once you're approved, you need to watch this video to find out about the software that's giving other influencers an unfair advantage in this program.